Thank you for joining me on Life in Surround. Welcome to the unboxing for Abbey Road 50th anniversary, featuring a new 5.1 remix and Atmos remix. Plus a bunch of other stuff, but this is Life in Surround, so my focus is on the surround content. So let's get this thing open. That was easy enough. And here we go. Still in the cellophane, new mix by Giles Martin and Sam O'Kell. Unfortunately, Martin just lost O'Kell from his team. So we'll see if that has any implications for Let It Be or any other subsequent projects. Hopefully he'll find someone good to replace him. Now let's get rid of this cellophane. Hopefully that did the trick. And I will keep that pipe sticker. Alright, cellophane is gone. There we go. Got a slip case. Very nice. Got someone walking by the shot there. Now, Abbey Road is an album that I actually am somewhat familiar with. I would say that I'm somewhat of a Beatles fan. Rubber Soul and Revolver are my favorite albums, but I like Abbey Road a lot. But I don't know everything there is to know about this album. But I bet some of you do. And I'm just trying to show it off for you. So we have some contents on the back. CD1 is the 2019 stereo mix of the album. CD2 is some sessions recordings. CD3 more sessions recordings. So those are like alternate takes and maybe even some stuff that didn't make it to the album. Brown Old Shoe, Old Brown Shoe. Very cool. And then the Blu-ray, of course, has the album in high-res stereo, 5.1 and Atmos. So they're covering just about everybody there, unless you don't have a Blu-ray player. Now, let's take a look at this book. And right away, we're greeted with, looks like CD1. We're greeted with CD1. Yep. And the Blu-ray. So they're not messing around. They're getting to the main content like right away. Got the Apple logo there. Alright, now let's carry on. I'm going to try to flip through this rather quickly because I know that your time is precious. Now I've got a little bit of damage here. Corner of my book got creased, so I'll have to figure out if I ever want to do anything about that, but hopefully yours shows up completely intact. I did get mine on release day from Import CDs for about $68. So that's nice though. I think maybe $72 after shipping. Here's all the guys with their respective instruments. Very cool. Foreword by Paul McCartney. Photo by Linda McCartney. I have a book of Linda McCartney's art, her photographs. introduction by Giles Martin. Looks like some guys back in the day. I'll have to do some research to find out who's in all these pictures and stuff, but I bet some of you know. I know who these guys are. Ooh, nice, an essay. Looks like a bit of a history of the album. I hope I can show that on YouTube. Now, if I'm not mistaken, in some of the sessions material, I think there's an early ballad of John and Yoko Ono. Very cool. So you get awesome pictures along with the essay. What a great overhead studio shot. Looks like some kind of a transcript there, an invoice. Paying for studio time, maybe? Cut at Apple. I like to see those old notes about the mixes and the studio time, how they organize their tracks. Super cool. So far this book is just dazzling me. So cool. Track by track information. I've never made it through my White Album book. And this album does it for me a little better, so I think I might actually read through this thing. But it looks gorgeous, whether I'm able to read through it all or not. Full-time job, father of a 2-year-old and whatnot, but man, this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh Darlin' with Billy Preston on organ. Octopus's Garden with Ringo on lead vocal. I gotta tell you, when the postman showed up outside my front door, Octopus's Garden immediately started playing in my mind. I was just so excited. Like, I'm pretty excited right now. And it's just such a fun song that I think my mind was just celebrating. I cannot wait to hear this in stereo, 5.1 and atmos. I'm going to listen to them all. I'm hearing that Ringo got a new drum set just for Abbey Road, and the thing to listen for in these remixes is the presence and power and detail of those drums. It's one thing that I really appreciate about all of the Beatles remixes that have occurred over the last several years, is that Ringo has progressively been revealed to be a better drummer than I think the world has really given him credit for. A very cool lyric page shot. And that looks like a Moog or Moog. I actually saw a video where somebody from the company said that there are several legitimate pronunciations. And where I'm from, people say Moog. This is awesome. I like seeing those old tapes. Because that's the real recording. We're just listening to reproductions. We're listening to copies. Those tapes are the real property. Now we're into the medley. This medley is quite good fun. Some more tapes. And we're getting near the end of the album. We're getting really close. Ooh, some sheet music. Charting out those orchestral parts. George Martin's score. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. And then Her Majesty. I hear this is bonkers in surround. Vocal and guitar go flying all around the room. I hear that the 5.1 and the Atmos pay great respect to the original stereo, to the stereo remix, but provide a more immersive experience, but somewhat on the restrained and subtle side. But on this one, sounds like they had a lot of fun. I will report back later. I will promptly go into my listening room and listen to this Blu-ray, and I will let you know. I will let you know. I will take notes. Wow, this is a gorgeous book. This is absolutely gorgeous. And that's a diesel truck in the background there. Ballad of John and Yoko Ono, yep. So they have information on the sessions tracks. It says it was a B-side. Very cool quotes from the band throughout the book. So I'm going to have to pour back through and pay closer attention to those. This is just awesome. Oh man, and now we get into the cover art. Oh, cool. This is so cool. Because this cover is every bit as much an icon as the actual album is, right? Red Hot Chili Peppers did their version. This is fantastic. George Harrison has some very interesting shades going there. Oh man, here we go. I hear they took a series of like 8 shots as these guys walked across the crosswalk, and they chose one. With a policeman stopping traffic. Wow, this is awesome. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Hopefully maybe if I put this book under some weight, it'll take care of that damage up in the corner there. I hope so. Got a promo here. So they're telling us about their strategy to get this out to the world. go. They're the band members and their honeys. Record, 8-track, or cassette. Ugh. And then much later I was introduced to this album on CD. And I still have it. Here's our contents once again. So again, we have a remix of the album, a fresh remix, 2 CDs of sessions material, and a Blu-ray with high-res stereo, 5.1 and atmos, so that's just incredible. I appreciate that they covered all those different formats, different speaker arrays. Everybody ought to be happy. Except for one of my friends already has gotten a Blu-ray with no information on it, so hopefully there are not too many of those defective Blu-rays out there. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Very cool. And then here's our sessions CDs. Very interesting that they broke those out to the back. I think they were focusing on the main material up front. Very cool. And each of the discs gets their own sleeve, which I really appreciate, because it allows me to display them separately, leave them sitting around without the book. So there we go. This has been the Beatles, Abbey Road 50th Anniversary Deluxe. The optical version with CDs and Blu-ray. I think it also exists on vinyl. But this has been the optical version. So there it is. Hey Camera 2. Thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, leave comments. This channel is dedicated to music in surround, so help me get information about this wonderful hobby out to the rest of the world. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. And until next time, live life in surround.